I did my little video earlier on today for this daily update, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do, which was to talk about the 4 core principles that I will be sharing on Friday when I talk about behavior change, well-being at work, and so on and so forth. So I did that video, and then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to have that as today's video for a couple of reasons. First of all, I think each of those, it was about 5 or 6 minutes long, this video, talking about 4 principles, one of which I've already kind of covered anyway, the progress not perfection thing. And I thought, there's no reason why I can't do a video dedicated to each one of these. You know, I want to teach something, I want to practice, I want to play around with some different ideas and different ways to deliver these topics, and kind of short snippets like this is I think a great way of doing them. And just giving a summary doesn't really do it any kind of justice. Certainly nothing you can really take and learn anything from. So that was the first thought I had. Is, well, you know, it doesn't really matter. I'm still ticking the box, doing what I said I was going to do. But then the most important reason, the biggest thing, was that that made me decide not to go with that video today to do another one, was because the reason I'm doing these videos in the first place, the reason I'm running this YouTube channel in the first place, other than things like the Plankathon and the webinars and so on, the main reason is for me to track the progress that I'm making and what it is that I'm doing with my ambitions for this year to establish myself as a motivational wellbeing speaker. And a couple of things have happened today that I think I want to talk about. And so I've decided that I'm going to redo that video, but I'm going to do it with 3 videos. I'm going to talk about each one of those 3 remaining principles in a bit more detail, not mega depth, but a bit more detail, 4 or 5 minutes each maybe. And I'm going to put them up separate, so there won't be daily updates. I really want to protect these daily updates for the things that I'm actually doing. And if you, dear subscriber, watching this video, or anybody watching this video, thinks, yeah, that's interesting, then great. But if not, then that's great as well. I just want to be focusing on getting out of this, continuing to get out of this what I want to get out of it. I don't want to put a video up there and expect people to watch it because I've actually shared some content. So that's the first thing I want to protect. This is exactly what I talk about. The reasons I'm doing these is because it's something for me. It's something that's helping keep me focused and keep me accountable for making sure that I'm doing something every single day to move myself forwards. And if I start going away from that into other things, then I don't want to risk losing what I've already built and what I've already created inside my own head about how useful these videos are being. So that's the first thing. I'm just going to put that out there. So what has happened today? Well, I managed to get the first proper run through done of the talk for Friday, and I timed it, and the whole thing came out at a reasonably tight 40 minutes. There's still a few things I'm going to probably not remove entirely, but get a bit more succinct with, shall we say, so I can get to the point a bit quicker and hopefully more effectively. So that's probably going to bring it down a little bit, but then I know that there'll be time addition to that will for writing things up on the flip chart, which is what I'll be doing. I'm not using a PowerPoint, it's all done on flip chart. There's a couple of questions, a couple of interaction bits that I haven't really counted for this morning when I went through it. So that's what I've done today. I feel kind of really good about that. It's also identified areas that I know I need to work on now. So I've got some very specific parts to go back over and to rework. So that's the next thing. And I again appreciate I'm doing a lot of work with this talk. I just really going for it with this one, because I know that once I've done this, it's going to become something that I can tweak and change slightly, but it'll be a standard talk that I'll be able to deliver, hopefully multiple times, without losing the effectiveness. Because as I said, I think the subject matter itself is going to be very beneficial to many people. The other exciting news today, actually there were 2 other things. The mock excitement is I bought a thick marker pen. I should have had it here to show you in the video, but I bought it earlier. It's one of those really thick flip chart markers that Jerry recommended when he was giving his speaker school, because I've watched him do his talks and I've used his markers before. These great big fat ones that you write with and everybody can see from right at the back of the room, not spindly little ones that are running out of ink. So I bought myself one of them. I feel very kind of happy that I now have on £8 for a pen. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so that was the other exciting thing. And the other thing, which was actually a good kind of bit of progress and movement forwards, was I messaged my contact back at this prospective speaking engagement for next month to say that that ready to go ahead with that. So that's in May, and that's the launch of this company's new workplace wellbeing initiative. So kind of really pleased to be able to be a part of that. And I'm always a bit hesitant to kind of name who it is I'm working for before it actually happens. So I'll probably talk about it afterwards, who they are. Great company. I haven't worked with them before, but okay, it's a weird way. You'll understand when I explain that later on in a few weeks time, kind of how I have but haven't worked with them. Anyway, waffling now. So yeah, that's what's happened today. Progress for me. Feeling really good about that, and also really kind of authentic. And I feel like I've made the right decision by sticking with my guns with these progress videos. And then if I want to do other videos on top of that, then that's fine. But they're not going to take over this thread, these daily updates, because this is what has become really, really important to me over the last 106-7 days or whatever it's been by now. So thanks for listening. Any comments, any questions, any thoughts, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button for this video, and I will see you again in tomorrow's daily update. Bye for now.